our calendar view coming up within hopefully the next week as well. But yeah, so this is it. You've got loads of custom fields that you can add to, whether that be star ratings, timelines, colors, tags, numbers. Again, we've got more roadmapped at the moment, sort of version 2. But I think this is a good core set of fields at the moment. Everything updates in real time. So if you've got your team members, as soon as you update something, it'll be updated straight onto their board for them. So really nice, in time collaboration features. Our invoicing as well. So our invoicing at the moment, we've got dollars, pounds, and euros. We'll be adding multiple currencies soon as well, and building out sort of different payment systems as well. If you check out our roadmap, they've got them on there. But yeah, so our invoicing system, you can assign it to your contacts in your CRM. So this is what I mean when we're linking back to the CRM. Everything's there. Assign it to a project. If you want to take cash payments, we've got Stripe integrated, PayPal integrated, and we've also got bank, your usual bank features. We've got different agreement setups, currencies, as I was saying, and then issue dates and due dates. Banging items, so whether that be an item, or we also have tasks as well. So this links back to our boards, as we were saying. So if you've got the team working on a board and you've got your clients in there and you want to build them for that task, you can look straight back to your task that you've done. In the future, we hope to add extra sort of time tracking features into this, but at the moment they're not there. But we can pull in them from different areas, so whether that be, let's say, different boards, we can pull tasks from there, and then you can really see down to exactly what you're billing your clients, board assignment, and then you can add your description, your amount, discounts, tax. Within settings, you've got the control over tax, discounts, and how you'd like to apply it, whether tax first or discount first. And then it goes into here. You can preview your invoice and then send that over to your clients. That'll come by email, and then they can pay by Stripe, PayPal, or the payment method that you've set. So it makes it quicker and easier for you to get paid. You can keep track of your invoices really nicely from this dashboard. If you've got a few going, whether they're overdue, you're on the due date, been paid, and you can toggle between these really easily and the different currencies that you're running within. Proposals and contracts, really nice customizable way of using proposals and contracts here. So again, sending to your clients in your CRM or your contacts in your CRM. We've got different projects, very similar layout to the invoices. We like to keep things clean and seamless, and so you're familiar with the different ways that these areas work.
It does look elegant.
If it's a proposal,
Jack, by the way, it does look clean and elegant. I know that's something that people are going to appreciate.
Thank you very much. And that's something we've really focused on, is like a really clean UI, something that's easy to use, isn't too busy, and that, is easy to people you're bringing in. Because sometimes with other tools, I've had the frustration of is they're too busy, and you can't when you're bringing on new clients, new team members, it's hard. It's taking your time to then discuss and train and bring that on board then. Whereas if we can try and provide you with a really clean, simple layout that is understandable, then we hope to sort of save you time on onboarding people. But this, so we can drag in your logos that you can put into settings. It's really easy, just drag and drop around. We can add you've got small shortcuts here, but let's say I wanted to change this now. I could add different elements from here. So if I wanted to add images, I've now got a new image block. If I want to add text, I've got a new text block, and these are really customizable, so I can pull that up and around. If I wanted it here, you've got call to actions, you've got buttons, everything that you could want to use on there. For our proposals and templates as well, they're mobile friendly, so you can put into a mobile view and see how that will look when it's sent. Change your background if you want to, so we could change this to a nice blue color. So where we wanted to focus was, really customizable for you and how you can get your brand across, and you can get how you work across and your style of working. We're working hard at the moment on a contracts and templates feature. Within our contracts area, it's a very similar setup to this, but when you send it to your client or your whoever, it will have e-signature capability. So Once you have those e-signatures signed, you get a timestamp, a date stamp, and the signature as well. So we're checking on those e-signatures. Our CRM, so this is where everything focuses around. So we've got a really customizable CRM. This is the focus of Coretal, and this is what everything revolves around. We've just looking at it, it's really easy to move everything around. We've got different fields here. We've got a load of different custom fields that you might like to add, that you can make it your own. And then we've got our default fields as well, where we can pull data from within the system. Our business addresses use Google API, so you can add addresses really quickly there. Let's say time zones. We want to add a new time zone in. We've added some cool, just really visual features, so you can see where your clients are or your customers are, those people that you're wanting, your leads as well. And you can see, is it an appropriate time to be contacting them, and how they are relative to you. So let's just try and find another. Yeah, there we go. So different our phone number fields. And so then if we go into someone, so let's choose myself here, we can see all my information here. We can see all my custom fields down here as well, so that you've added individually and as you set up your CRM. And then from here, we've got our notes, so we can add notes here, add events. So we've got calls and email at the moment. In the next week, we've got more events that will be added. Add your date and time, and then add the title and save it here. So and that'll give you a timeline of your interactions with that person. Attachments, any attachments for that person, and then any projects they've been assigned to as well. So you can assign them to projects. Invoices, so any of invoices. So as I said before, everything's all together. So if you're searching for a client or business, go straight to that invoices. You can see everything you've done with them before, what invoices they've done. And then
question
also
real quick, because I know people are going to ask regarding the invoices. Can you do signature captures with those invoices?
With the invoices, it's not something we can do at the moment, but it's something that we're looking at adding, because we already have that capability within our contracts. So we can do signatures within contracts. So those two can work together, contracts and invoices. But it's
okay, so you already have that capability. It's just a matter of just moving the module over.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. So it's just adding it onto the end, tacking it onto the end, and it'll be an optional state that we can add. Perfect. And then also Twitter DMs. So sorry, Bruce, go on.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then we've got Twitter DM. So I've not got my account connected there at the moment, but what you can do is you can create a client, add your client's Twitter DM into there. And what we're finding out is more and more people are using Twitter DMs to create business. It's one of the main areas at the moment. Obviously there's LinkedIn and Facebook, but Twitter as well, getting those direct communications with people, creating those relationships, driving more business and more traffic to you. And with Twitter DMs, we believe this, is a really powerful feature and something very unique that isn't out there in any other CRM or any other sort of, strong platform. So connected with a CRM. And then further down, we've got obviously our user area. So really easy. You can add new users, invite team members. You can manage your teams as well. So if you're assigning new team member or new people to your board, for example, from here, what we can have is you can have teams. So you're not having to add 5 people individually. It's just, one team and off you go. And it's the same with guests. So we have guests which you can invite into the platform, soon to have contractors as well. So adding your guests into here, they have more limited permissions, but that's, you won't want your clients doing various things, editing the stuff and editing your business stuff and seeing sensitive business information. So we created a really granular permissions matrix for your team members in this area. As you can see, there's loads of settings, and so we're not, we're leaving it up to you. You can create as many different permission roles as you want and apply them to each team.
Can you create like custom roles?
Absolutely. So if I wanted a new custom role here, add new role, let's say it's finance, and then we can just go through here. We can add different, they might not want to see projects, it's not relevant to them. But if we want in invoices, you got your finance person, obviously you want to see invoices send. So we could allow them to do all these finance things, and that's it. That's all they can do. So we create that. That's our new finance role. It'll show you that it's got 8 permissions under the invoice section. And then once we go back to users, once we invite them, or we can change someone else's role. So say Ollie here, for example, or I could change their role here to finance. So, this is all Ollie can see now is any finance information. He can't see anything more than what I've just given him permission to do. And now you can do the same as well within guest permissions as well. So I could add different types of guest roles. So your guests might all have different permissions, whether that be the CEO or the directors of the company that you're inviting in, down to their administrators, down to their other team members that you might not want them editing, or, say a view only a permission role. But then, within settings, we're wanting to give you the power to set up your area as you want to. So, we've got stats. You can see your stats. You can import your logos and information that will go out in emails attached to them, so they know who the email's coming from. It's not. It won't have, say, our logo on the email unless it's and then say projects as well. So. If you're pulling in your logos from the emails, it'll be sent, say, from our servers, unless you've got white label enabled, but it'll be showing your logos within those emails. So it's not a confusion there. Again, like I said, permissions, invoicing settings, PayPal, Stripe, and bank details, and then white label. So I think this might be quite good for a lot of people, or quite an exciting feature. If you unlock white label,
and you differentiated both dark mode and light mode when it comes to white label. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because as you change your logos, as you change into dark mode. Sorry, I've not shown you dark mode as well. So this is our dark mode.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Really good for nighttime workers and people. That obviously everyone has their own different ways of working, times of working, and also whether they prefer it's less strain on the eyes. But yeah, so it's really, really, I like to say, beautiful in what we've done here. Really nice dark mode. It's not too hard on the eyes, a bit lighter, but it takes off that pressure. But yeah, going back to white label here, so we've got white label logos, dark mode logos, and then all the usual credentials for your email. So you could add your email system, so it's sending from admin at your business. You can remove our branding as well if you get white label,
and then we can send stuff from our own email accounts as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So it'll come from Bob at yourbusiness.com, or support at yourbusiness.com. So your invoices will can be sent from your servers, or your emails, your proposals, your contracts, notifications. So just branding the whole system as yours. Your logo can be changed here in the top left, and also then we've got a CNAME as well. So it could be portal.yourbusiness.com, or however you want, or .co.uk, and so it's your portal, your place, and branded up with all your assets. And then just one final thing, just before I forget, we do have audio and video calling as well. We have our own system in place in Coretal. So if you've got any team members online, this little tab here pops out. It'll show you your team members. It'll show a little video calling icon, a video calling icon. You can hit there and you start a small chat. So obviously with remote working now, it's not as easy to just shout across the table or, the office to your co-workers and ask them for a little bit of help, a little bit of advice. And so we wanted to build this in, so it's dead easy. You see your team members there. You can change your status if you want to. You see your team members
let's talk
online.
About that real quick. Can you do audio calls and video calls?
Yeah, you can do both. Yeah.
Can you screen share?
Yeah, you can screen share.
How many people at once?
So at the moment, it's just 1-to-1, and then in the future, we're looking to add group calling, and we're looking to sort of have scaling up to 100 people on a group call. So But yeah, just at the moment, it's one-to-one, because we really wanted to get that key feature of just getting over, what COVID has brought about, and that lack of interaction with people, and that ease of not being able to, ask your co-worker for a question or anything like that. So we wanted to have this feature, so it's just quick, easy to get information. And the really nice thing is we have, if you're on a call, for example, you can still be moving around Coretal. So we're what's called a single page application. So it won't refresh the call, it won't drop out, and you can say be talking about a board. So if you're talking about your sales pipeline with your team, or a client project and where you're up to, you could be clicking around, changing the
It's so
board
fast. Yeah.
whilst
It's
on
you're
an
not
audio
kind
call.
of struggling to refresh the page every time you're navigating to a new tab.
Yeah, absolutely. So super fast. That's what we're looking at. And you could be
Um,
working on this board together. If you're going through a hiring process and you're going over who in your hiring pipeline, you could be on the call on Coretal, and be changing the steps that people are at, and the priorities, who's good, reviewing people and different candidates through your hiring board, for example, working collaboratively together.
A quick question. So people are asking, is there a private message tool also, like a chat, if you needed to have it with a team or one-to-one individual?
Yeah, so at the moment we've not got that, but it is. We've done all the front end work on it. We just need to do the back end work on it. So it has been done. We've got all the designs and everything's ready to go. It's just we're finishing off a few small things on the back end. So and then we'll be working on that. So I'm hoping to bring that out next month. So it'll probably be back end of next month. That's where we're looking at having internal team chat. So we can add channels, we can add DMs with different people, and as that develops out as well over time, as we bring in some of those social features I was talking about earlier, we're hoping to bring these into the team chat. So everything's in one place, from your team chat to your external chat systems as well, that we've integrated into.
That's what I wanted to talk about too. So let's talk about bringing people outside in, right? Because having that video meeting would be helpful if I have a client that I want to, let's say, or a prospect that I want to close, a prospective client, right? So that would be
Yeah.
cool, that instead of having to use Zoom or Teams, which a lot of you guys know, just I prefer Teams, it's just so much more superior. I prefer doing that. But if you're saying, for those of us who don't like the lack of security that Zoom doesn't provide, for those of us who, let's say, don't like Teams because they don't like the UI, okay, fine. Is there a way how we can, let's say, have a client use our white label Coretal account to have a one-to-one meeting with them?
Yeah, so you could invite them in as a guest, and then you just go, and once they're online and you can see they're online, you've onboarded them on, then we can start doing that. We're looking, it's with our developers at the moment, looking to have, like, say, links that you can just send out, and it'd just bring them straight into the platform. At the moment, you can't do that, but with the guest feature, you can add them into your system, invite them in, and you could have them on a board, for example. So you could do a really visual process, so you could explain your processes, why you are the best at what you do, and
But does
have
that
them
mean
on
you have
that
to invite
call.
them into your organization in order to have that meeting?
At the moment, yes. So it's, like I say, it's something we're looking where we can send out links, but at the moment it's not possible without inviting them in as a guest.
What would be ideal is if we could set up, like, here's my calendar link, schedule it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you actually saying that, the calendar link and scheduling, that's on our roadmap for next month as well. So along with our internal chat as well, we're looking to publish our calendar system. So again, that's at the stage of all our front end and design work has been done, and it's a case of implementing it on the back end. And with that will come a calendar view for our board. So up here, you'll be able to click calendar view. It'll show you on a calendar when timelines are due, project starts, priorities, and who's got what tasks assigned to them if you wanted to toggle between different staff or team members. We'll have a calendar, so we're looking to integrate Google and Outlook straight off the bat. And then also a scheduling feature, so thinking of Calendly or the like, adding that in so that you can send out a link and it says book a time with me, and then it'll add into your calendar, which will then sync with your normal calendar as well.
So thank you for mentioning that. And then to answer John Maddox, he was asking if we could put the link up. So I'm going to put the link up right there on the screen, and in just a sec, I'll put it on the lower banner, the lower footer, ticker tape running across. And
Great.
we did have one other question. Jack, if you don't mind, could you give a brief intro to what Coretal is again? Because they were asking, what the F is it? I was like, all right, hold on a sec. For those of you who missed the intro, Jack, go ahead real quick.
Yeah, so Coretal is an all-in-one platform to run your business from. So it's everything in one place. So we've got projects, we've got boards, we've got dashboard overviews, invoices, proposals, contracts, CRM, one-to-one video calling or audio calling. But everything really revolves in Coretal around our CRM. So our CRM brings everything together. So I'll just bring it up. So as I'm going through it, so our CRM is here. Let's say Bruce, talking to Bruce, and you can keep all your information in here. And then everything's together. So from your overview, so your details of what you've talked about, your events and stuff like that, so attachments, projects, invoices, external, as we've talked about, social interactions. And then it all links back out to, as I say, contracts, pros, and the different features as well. And then within our boards as well is linking everything together, because what we find in other tools, they're great standalone tools, but then you've got to hack them together with like the likes of Zapier, Integramite, Pabbly, and they're not quite as you want them to be. There's compromise. And so, what we're trying to do, or what we're doing, is bringing everything together into one place and making it work seamlessly together. Still got you there, Bruce?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Sorry, mate.
So I hope that answers your question. What the heck is Coretal anyways? So that's number one. Number two, for John Maddox, sir, thank you for taking interest. Hopefully you'll take advantage of the link right there. Yes, Sam, can you tell us more about the integration? Sam, what integration are you looking for specifically, and which one are you referring to? We were talking about right before we did the intro, we were talking about video calling. We were talking about calendars. Calendars is not out yet. That's coming out next month. I'm assuming there's going to be a calendar integration. So if someone schedules a meeting, it'll go to your respective Google Calendar or Outlook calendar.
Yeah, those are two main ones to integrate first. So it was Google and then Outlook Calendar. If you're talking about other integrations, so our video platform is our own. So, or we use third parties and integrate them into the system, but it's standalone within Coretal. We're looking at, say, for our CRM, adding a import function. So it will, as you can see, there's buttons there at the moment, but it's just not finished. We're 70% of the way there. So that'll be a import with about 5 or 6 of the main CRMs out there. So you'll be able to import everything in. At the moment, you can import Excel, CSV files. So it's a case of setting up once you set up your CRM in the way that you'd like it, export your data from whatever platform you're on. And it'll just be a case of imports Excel file, drag and drop, or import it from here. Here's our example file. So if you're unsure of how you should be setting up the CSV to go in, you just download that file and put your information into there, import it, and it'll just lay everything out really nicely for you.
Questions. People are asking also about automation tools like webhooks, Zapier, Pabbly Connect, Integrately, Connexit. How are you looking on terms of your automations or your webhooks?
Yeah, so webhooks is our first priority. So it's still on our roadmap. It's on up next. So after we've done calendar and also team chat. But yeah, webhooks is where we're focusing on. And then once we're out of webhooks, is then looking into Zapier, Pabbly, Integramite.
Got it. What's the ETA looking like for that?
Looking at end of January for that.
For webhooks? Okay, then let's go in order, because I know people have some certain interests. Are we doing generic webhooks first, or are we doing a certain automation provider?
For webhooks is as in platform webhooks. So if once we've got our webhook set up, then you'll be able to use the likes of Pabbly webhooks, Zapier webhooks, and other platform webhooks. And then you can tie them into our webhook. So that'll cover them all on a broad basis. But then we want to then look at sort of having direct integrations with these platforms as well.
Got it. Sam, can you please share the LTD in a comment? I did. There you go. It's coming up there. There you go. It's up on screen. So if on your phones, go ahead and take a take a screenshot if you're on your phone. Let's talk about how recent you've had your last update on the platform. So people are saying, well, why is the last update in January? You and I have been talking. Let's talk about development track.
So
When was the last major, let's say, sprint that you guys were on?
So our last major sprint was finished, what was it, 2 days ago? So we've just sort of polished the system at the moment, fixed a load of bugs, brought it up to a standard that we're happy with to present this deal to yourselves. And then for our next sprint is actually starting on Monday, and that's with our calendar system. And then you'll be seeing updates by the end of the week with the calendar system from Monday to Friday, and then from every week there on out.
When would you say is like the last major feature that you rolled out? Let's say privately in testing and whatnot.
Yeah, so our last major feature, I would say, sorry, just bringing it up now. Am I still sharing my screen or have I stopped?
Sure. Yeah. Please.
I'm not sure whether that's happened. Where are we?
And I'm not really sure what they're referring to with the last update. Are they referring to social media, a change log? But to the Facebook user who mentioned that, please go ahead and let me know what you're referring to specifically, and that way Jack can update that as well.
Information, but sorry.
Yeah, Jack. Whenever you share the screen, I'll put it up.
Yeah, sure. Sorry about this.
Yeah, no worries.
Where are we? So I think they talk about our roadmap, aren't they? So where are we? I'll just getting up our roadmap at the moment. If you just...
Sure. And then when you get a chance, if you can shoot us over the link for the roadmap, and we'll share that up on the screen too.
Yeah, absolutely. So really,
Sam,
our
there's
last
the link right there on the bottom. So go ahead and take a screenshot if you're on your phone. I've done a push to, but if you're inside the Facebook group, Facebook has not approved comments to be pushed from streaming platforms into Facebook groups for security reasons. So that's why the only thing I can do is kind of like just put it up on the screen. So I apologize, I can't share that with you inside the Facebook group from the streaming studio. But once I'm done with the stream, I'll be sure to type it into the comments there for everyone. But otherwise, it's right there in the comment on the screen.
Yeah, there we go, guys. So I presume everyone can see that. Yes, so this is our roadmap, and then our completed cards here. So yeah, we've been pushing all frequently. Our sub accounts was our last one. That's actually incorrect because I just completed the card today and should have changed the date. So that sub accounts came out about a week ago. So that's another feature on our
love that. So this is to answer what was the last update in January. Not sure where you've been seeing that, but you can see on the product stash or looped in page that the last feature update was November 26th for sub accounts rollouts. So I'm not really sure where you're referring to or where you're mentioning that, but thank you for mentioning that.
And then from backwards from there is sales pipeline. So Kanban, our Kanban style and sales pipelines. And then before that was white label as well. So again, we've got sort of consistent track of pushing out new updates with anything from, obviously permissions to public boards. So if you want to share your board publicly without anyone else being able to edit it. So say you've got a football team or something like that, it's a personal board and you want to do a schedule for your football matches, your soccer matches, you could push it out, or it's about getting a community organization together and you want to be giving people jobs, but you don't want them editing the boards, you don't want anything else, and you don't want people sort of adding anything else to those boards. You can share those boards publicly, which are pushed. CRM emails. So we have an email functionality within our CRM as well. That wasn't shown before because within settings, you just need to set up your email. And so you can directly email people straight from the CRM as well. And then, Twitter DM integrations after that, Kanban, white label. But list goes on. And
Jack, it looks like you've been busy.
Constantly updating. Always busy, always improving and iterating.
And it's concerning regarding Coretal.co/roadmap. I'm not sure if that's going to an older roadmap platform, or just hasn't redirected it over. But I'll make sure that we, as you can see here, the roadmap and the updates have been coming in regularly. So I'll make sure that there you go. Yeah. What is very concerning is you could see that updates have been coming in regularly, and yeah, I mean, you guys can sign up and vote and leave comments. So please let us know what is so concerning about it. You can see that he's been consistent on his updates there. Webhooks in and out. Good question. Good question. I'm going to say that they're probably going to go out for now to the automation platforms. Like we're talking Zapier, Pabbly Connect, Integrately, ConnectZit. Hi, Rakesh. It's been a little bit, buddy. I'm going to say that it's going to be out for now. That'll be V1, and then we'll see what you're looking in for, kind of like your endpoints for webhooks inbound too. There you go. Let's see what else. Someone says the UI isn't that great, easy pass. Well, I can see how you might think that on the landing page. The UI is actually kind of hard to see on some of the previews, which is why we do the live stream, so you could see it in full screen. And he has a colorful background GUI, which I appreciate, because not a lot of founders do that. So thank you, Jack, for putting that as a nice colorful GUI. Yeah, on the sign up page. Remember, those previews are very small and kind of hard to see on the sign up page, which is why we're doing this live stream, to get you guys a little bit more familiar with that. Okay. Also, let me go ahead and announce. So you can see at the bottom of the camera, we're doing some giveaways for those of you who want to come on, talk to us about specifically the platform. What we're doing is we're giving 5 giveaways for those of you who come on camera. We're going to be doing this once a week inside Martech, inside the Coretal group and the Coretal Facebook page, as well as the YouTube channels. And right now, thanks to Donald, we're also streaming onto the Martech YouTube page. Well, thank you. Appreciate that, buddy. And so every time you guys come on camera, what we'll do is we'll give you 2 teammates every time you guys come on. So just for this week, we're going to have 5 add-on codes that we'll give away. What you'll do is you'll just contact us on the Facebook page, and then Jack will go ahead and apply those 2 teammates manually to your existing Coretal account. So if you guys want to join, let's go ahead and you can see the StreamYard link that's at the footer, at the ticker tape that's running across there on the bottom. All right, let's move on next to the pricing, Jack, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so pricing. For our lifetime deal, we've got 10 stacks, and each code, or as you go up the code, so 1 code for tier 1, 2 codes for tier 2, and so on, and they're priced at $59 per code. It's a good lifetime deal stack. So as you move up the tiers, new features, more users, more guests, more collaborators. So build out the platform. But what we wanted to do was let people try it, and use it. And then as they see fit and what works for them, is they can extend their features from there. So we're not making you, put a fortune into this, and it's not going to cost you an absolute arm and a leg and you sell your left kidney. It's going to be, what works for you, what works for your team, what works for your price point, your business.
So let's bring that up. Let's bring up the landing page, and if you have pricing, so that way we can show everyone on camera what that looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me get that up.
Sure thing, guys. You can see every question that's coming in. I'm not censoring. I like doing that, right? I like being the guy that answers the hard-hitting questions that you guys put in the comments. You can see literally every comment that's come in, I've put up on camera for me and Jack to address. So please, whatever questions or concerns that you may have, that's why we're doing these, right? We want to get your feedback. Please go ahead and drop that up, and we'll put that on camera, and we'll have Jack and I will try to answer that to the best of our abilities.
Just having a look. For some reason, it's not showing. Let's have a look at our website. Just give me a second, Bruce. Sorry about this.
Sure. And in the meantime, let me go ahead and put up the URL on the screen. There you go. It's, I don't know, right there. Coretal CRM link, and that is for Martech. So that's number 1. Number 2, we do have an affiliate link out there too. You can sign up to be an affiliate for the MarTech launch. We're doing a 30% giveaway also for those of you who might be interested. We will have that listed at the end of the live stream on the bottom of the MarTech LTD landing page. So if you guys want to go ahead and sell and promote it, we're doing a 30% return on all affiliates who might be interested. So there you go. That, I know that answers a lot of questions that a lot of people ask me. Hey, Bruce, do you have an affiliate link for that? So to answer a lot of those questions in advance, yes. And there's the you'll see it at the bottom of the MarTech LTD page when we go live.
So here we go. Yeah, so this is the pricing grid. It does keep going on to 10, but I'll just sort of show you the first 4 licenses. Sure. But you can see as they move across. So license 1, we've got 5 users, 5 contractors, which our contractor permissions are set for next month as well. 10 guests, and then as we work down, a load of unlimited features, across the board, and then also our roadmap features as well. And then as you move through, we're increasing users, guests, storage limits will start to go up, and then white label. So on our license 3, which I think a lot of people will be interested in, that's where we bring in our white label, permissions, and you can make it as you want, white label it for your client so that you can invite them in. It all looks like your professional area, your professional workstation, and it keeps up the appearance of your company. And then adding license 4, so this is where we start really ticking up. This is where we bring in like one-to-one video calling, one-to-one audio calling as well. And from there we're adding more users. License 5, we have unlimited users, guests, contractors coming in, and it just builds out from there. And then we start adding into custom. We had sub accounts, and that starts increasing as we move up the tiers. And then finally for our 10 stack, we've got unlimited users, unlimited guests, unlimited contractors. You get 50 sub accounts included, and I'll also include unlimited users within those sub accounts as well.
I think there's supposed to be more users on license 4.
Where are we?
Yeah, 3 and 4.
Sorry,
it is supposed to be.
It's
I see what happened.
You're
one-to-one video calling. I get it.
Yeah. So, but we can now you said it, Bruce. We'll increase this for them as well. So we'll push that up to 20 users, and so as going with it, 20 users and 20 contractors will have 4 license 4 as well.
Right.
And then license 5, we've got unlimited users, contractors, and guests at that point.
There you go. Okay. Also, let's see what else. So we covered affiliates, we covered the landing page, we covered the walkthrough. Guys, I was trying to get Donald on, but it's when we went live, it was kind of like midnight over at his neck of the woods. So Donald, if you're watching us, thanks for staying up, buddy. And we'll have you come on a future live stream. I know it was kind of late for him because he's on the other side of the world where it's kind of late, where we go at 9 a.m. Pacific. And I was like, well, let me try to hit as many time zones as possible. So also, again, thank you for letting us live stream into MarTech too. As soon as we're done, we'll go ahead and also put up the affiliate link and access to, or the direct link to the Facebook page. By the way, I should probably give you guys the Facebook group. Let me go ahead and give you the Facebook group now and the Facebook page. Sorry about that. We'll just put that up on the bottom there. Perfect. And okay, so Jack, so I know a lot of people are going to say, hey, I see a lot of these tools that come over and over again. For those of you who weren't around during the first, let's say, 5 minutes, what separates Coretal from, let's say, the other platforms?
Yeah, so what separates us from other platforms is our way of everything centralizing around our CRM. So CRM is your core part. That's where you run your business from. It's where you make the money, really, isn't it? If you're on top of people, you're on top of your leads, you've got people coming into the platform and you're aware of what's going on, that is where you're going to make money. And then everything branches out from the CRM. So your projects, your invoices, your proposals, contract, and all the other bits that we build out and the features that we build out for Coretal are branched from our CRM and being our central point, and that's where we differentiate. There's a lot of tools out there. I'm aware there's competitors with different tools, and a similar set of tools as ours, but the way we want to focus is around that CRM, is around the power of what a CRM brings you as a freelancer, small business, large business, and whatever industry you're in.
There you go. So I hope, guys, that gives you a brief overview of Coretal CRM. The platform itself, you could see that it's supposed to be like an all-in-one tool that helps you out with invoicing, project management, signature captures. We'll be having meetings and calendar. That'll be coming out next month. One-to-one video calling. You'll be able to have DMs or private chats as well. I was like, wow, I can't think of the last time. I mean, we've had tools, and I'll put it out there. We've had tools that are like similar to, let's say, Plutio, that cover a lot of that, but not one that handled everything, right? Like the one-to-one chat with video calling, like that would be cool. I've never seen one that had like scheduling that included with that also. So if you're looking for a tool that you don't have to operate, with Zoom to have a separate meeting, with Calendly to have a separate scheduled meeting, I mean, that makes sense to have one brought all into one. Question, because people are going to ask regarding the meetings, if they have a one-to-one meeting with a client, because let's say they brought it into the platform, they brought the client in, what about recordings? Because people are going to ask, hey, how do I get like a customer's verbal confirmation, right? How does that work out with Coretal?
Yeah, so at the moment we've not got recordings, but as we build out our that area, it's definitely something got going. It's likely to be an add-on to the platform, just the way it works and the costs associated with it. Unfortunately, we'd love to give it you for free, but things do have costs, and that's a place where it's likely to be an add-on, which will give a recurring discount to the community and those people that take on lifetime deals. But yeah, that's the idea. Is we will be adding recording at some point, so that it'll notify obviously your client coming in that recording has started, similar to Teams and Zoom, the little pop-up bar, and then it'll be in a recording area that you can then access at a later time.
Got it. So I feel like we've covered like the foundation, like the base foundation, we've covered like a brief overview about Coretal. For those people who might be interested, how is the platform going to be future-proofed for not just now, but let's say 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now? What can they look forward to with their Coretal purchase as well?
Absolutely. So, as I say, next month we're looking to get our calendar scheduling and calendar view out. So that's a large point for us. Really helpful. And having talked to people, that's something that's key to a platform like this. We've got our team chat coming out, and then we're regularly putting out updates, as you can see by our pipeline. It's a strong pipeline and a strong record of putting updates out. What we'll be working with, but then looking ahead, we're looking at putting, say, meeting features in, adding new currencies in, adding new payment systems, so adding like the likes of Razorpay, Braintree, various other, so we can open it up to other demographics, other countries and other areas that don't necessarily take your Stripe and your PayPal. And then really being guided by the community. So we want to hear what you want out of this, where you want us to take it, whether more features or whether we upgrade the current features we've got, and listen to your feedback and take that on board.
Got it. Do we have some sort of roadmap link or URL that we can use to share to everyone so they can see what they can look forward to?
Yeah, absolutely.
Regarding their purchase, not just for today, but they want to say, hey, I want to be able to build my team around your platform. What can they look forward to? And maybe they can, follow and maybe give some feedback or vote on some specific features that they're looking forward to.
For sure. So here we go. So coretal.co/roadmap. Really easy. You can also access it from our website, coretal.co. And here we've got obviously other people probably recognize it, a looped in embedded roadmap. We've got our roadmap updates you can see, and ideas. And then you can see what we've got in progress. As I've said to you, we've got our calendar feature, new dashboard widgets are being done, team chat and channels, and then we'll be adding in sort of user tours. So when you onboard new users, you're not having to do the bulk load of it. The system will do it for you. and then also our import CRM features we discussed. And then looking along as well, so yeah, key bit as well is we're working on our iOS and Android mobile apps as well. That's early days at the moment, but it is on the cards to come. Webhooks, that we're looking at, multiple custom dashboards. So what we wanted to do is allow you to create different dashboards, set them up, and then share those dashboards with your team members, or you can have multiple ones based on whether it's for a different project style or whether it's based on a certain service you sell and where you are based on these certain things. Contract templates, contract proposal templates for our international friends, Razorpay, new invoice designs we're wanting to put out, custom invoice types. So looking ahead at like subscriptions, one-time pay, 50% deposits, various different systems like that. Social CRM features, which we talked about. So at the moment, we've already got Twitter DMs, but looking ahead to LinkedIn or to Facebook Messenger as well, bringing those chats into place. Time tracking is another feature we really want to bring in. So you'll be able to, time track straight into Coretal, take those tasks that you've done and import them, as I showed you earlier about the invoices. Import those tasks straight from a board with all the time recorded. You have a rate against that, and it just imports and does all the work for you. We're about making things easy for you. About saving you time, saving you money, and bringing stuff straight in. Fluid dashboards, so making really nice customizable dashboards, and then further on sort of like a public API, so we can integrate into various other things and people can integrate into us. And there's a load more sort of features that we've got. Meetings, automations is a really key one that we're looking ahead at. It's not an immediate one, but it's a really important feature that I think, and it's something that we have to take our time on and bring automations in properly. Forms, looking at adding forms, so it'll say whether you've got lead forms and it'll go straight into a board or a pipeline, or whether it be service requests or support requests, it can go straight into a board and your team can just deal with it. The team that you have in that area can just deal with it straight away, rather than stuff being siloed into email. And if your team member is off or sick or leaves and it's within their email and people have emailed them about certain requests, they get lost, don't they? They get, people get delayed. It impacts on your reputation, SLAs, if you've got any. So thinking forms that go straight into boards that the whole team can deal with. And just sort of building out, things like wikis and various integrations with call and SMS, and then obviously custom fields for our boards and our CRM, adding, as we go along, hopefully taking recommendations from the community on what they want to see and what would be really useful for them.
Well, I know, like, for example, on forums, I'd love to see and this is kind of like a little trend that I've seen. It would be great if there was like a widget, right? Like a website widget that was at the bottom right, that instead of a chat, it was really a form widget to say, hey, or do you have interest, or do you want one of our salespeople to call you back, right? So that way they would put in their name, their email address, and telephone number, and it would go in somewhere inside of like a Kanban, right? Like a prospect pipeline. Or a support pipeline, right? That would be awesome. That it's not used as a real-time chat, but it's used as a real-time like lead capture or support capture, and say, contact this person back via email. Or it would be also great if we could do one-to-one meetings in that chat using Coretal's using Coretal's back into that video call feature with that chat widget in the bottom right too. It's like another alternative. So instead of it being just a lead gen or a prospect capture, that would be great, where we could say, do you want to start a one-to-one video call now? That would make sense to take advantage of the one-to-one that Coretal currently implements.
Yeah,
apply that as a chat widget, but you can also A, capture the lead, and then B, at the same time, use that as a video call widget.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a really nice feature idea, and something we can definitely look into doing and where we can bring that in. So I think we've got some people again asking about the roadmap. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have that link and I could put it up on the screen for everyone?
Yeah, so it's coretal.co/roadmap.
Oh, perfect. Let me put that up. There we go. For those of you who might be concerned, that's the roadmap URL. As you can, go to updates real quick so we can see that.
So where are we?
On the roadmap page there.
There you go.
And
updates,
the
updates,
left.
yeah. So, these have been all right. So the updates, yeah. Where are we?
Oh, it's like they're not linking with the update log that you showed us a little bit ago.
All right. So we've got completed cards and updates. So there we go. So
That's
these
weird
are obviously
those cards aren't linking with the update tab.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but if you do look into completed cards, and I'll look into this as well because I'm not sure what's going on there.
Sure.
We do have our completed cards, so I can understand where the concern is coming from now. But updates
got it. Yep.
isn't. I think this might be a case of putting something else together here. But our roadmap is, definitely, we're definitely working on it. Can guarantee that, and you can if you go into completed cards in the top right hand corner, you can see what's going on. So there is I can understand where the concern is coming from now, but I can assure you that we are constantly working on this, and you can track everything back. You can see how we're doing. We are updating it regularly and going through that.
Got it. Simon says he just bought tier 4 for $59. I think it's $59 per tier.
Not sure what's gone on there. We'll have a look into that. But
sure. Simon says great price, but code received isn't working. I don't know. Code 1 is 59, and then it goes up 59 per code since that. So I'm not sure how. There sounds like there's a glitch there, Simon.
Yeah, I think so.
If you guys don't mind, I'll go ahead and put it up the Facebook URL again, and then you can also reach out to. I thought I'd put it up. We could just have you reach out to support on the Facebook. Oh, there it is on the Facebook page. Also, you feel free to ask any questions regarding your purchase or your account or your invoice, and then if it's invoice related, both myself and Jack could look that up for you.
Yeah, I can have a look into that.
Jack, we're coming up an hour, so I think we're going to call it for now. We'll go, guys.
Yeah, sure.
We're going to go ahead and monitor the questions that you have inside the Coretal group, inside the Martech group, inside Martech's YouTube page. Again, thank you, Donald, for helping us to help make that happen. We'll try to get some of the other mods and admins to come on during our next streams. It's Black Friday, so everyone's going to be kind of busy. So for all of you that had tuned in and stuck with us throughout this past hour, love you, appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. Jack, question: do you guys celebrate Thanksgiving over there in the UK?
We don't quite as Thanksgiving, but we do have Black Friday. It's
okay.
Something that has come over here. So
do you guys make a big deal out of it? Like where you take the day off and eat a whole bunch of food too?
It's not quite a day off. I wish it was a day off, and I wish it was.
Oh, so you guys are still
nice
working
feast. But yeah, absolutely. it's just a normal day. But
so you didn't have Thanksgiving yesterday either.
No. So no, that's not come across to us. But we do have Black Friday though, and we have Cyber Monday.
Jack, I'm gonna have to call you Mr. No Days Off. There you go.
I know. What can we say? Always working, working hard on the roadmap as well.
I was gonna say Mr. Jack, no days off. There you go. So no days off. Thank you for sticking with us during this last during the hour and give us the walkthrough on the platform, the price breakdown, et cetera. On the next live stream, what I want to do is I want to cover for those people who might be interested in the larger purchases, like code 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 above. Why would they want to do that? What are the perks? What are the benefits? In the meantime, do you have a maybe a grid breakdown that we could put inside the group and we can let them digest that
absolutely.
and take a look at that throughout the week?
Yeah, I'll get that through. Yeah, absolutely. I'll drop that.
Okay, we'll drop that in the group for you. For those of you who might be interested about doing like a major team purchase or let's say enterprise purchase, you guys know how I like to do those big launches with teams and enterprise and white label and sub accounts, yada yada. So expect that also from Jack and the Coretal team too. So we'll drop that everywhere. That being said, thank you guys for sticking with us. Keep social distancing in mind. Wash your hands, and we'll see you guys all next week.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for your time.
Have a good one. Take care.
See ya. Bye.